mention a few names. You tell me what comes to mind. Can be anything. I'm just going to name a few names. Dave Chappelle.
What comes to mind? Being at Bonnaroo and standing in the crowd of 5,000 people waiting for this band to go on. I think it was called, it wasn't Praxis. It was, I can't remember what it was, but it had Brain and the keyboardist from Parliament Funkadelic or something. And the lights went down, and this is the second season's just coming out, and I'm on it. And so it's still this underground show, Chappelle show. And when the lights went down, I heard somebody just yelled out, "What?" And then on the other side, somebody went, "Yeah." And then somebody else went, "Okay." And I got chills. And there's too many with Dave. I remember seeing the Rick James sketch before they aired it. I remember Dave giving me words of encouragement on the stairs at the cellar before I went on, or after I got off. I remember hearing about him before I saw him, this myth of this 19-year-old kid who was like a fucking 70-year-old man, as far as an old soul. There's too many.
Bryan Cranston.
The Crawl Space episode. I watched him do that, where he was in the hole. And he was talking to me about stand-up before, because I guess he used to do stand-up for a minute, which really fascinated me. So he was talking to me, dressed as Walter White, just shaved head, the whole damn thing. And I'm just sitting there. It's fucking crazy, right? It's like talking to Scarface, And he was asking me all these questions about stand-up. And then they said, "All right, Bryan, we're ready." And then he went in and he did that unbelievable performance. He did 3 different versions. Each one got better than the other. And then he walked off set and immediately picked up the conversation where we left off. Saying, "Yes, how long have you been doing stand-up?" And I just remember being like, wow.
Conan O'Brien.
I look at that guy like a friend. He's like this weird thing because we've never really hung out. But when I go on his show, I feel like I'm talking to one of my buddies that knows I'm funny, and he's egging me on to tell a story. And what I love about that guy is I feel like he's an old school guy where if it's not going well, he jumps in, and him and Andy jump in and save you. But if it's going well, he lets you go. And he's confident enough that he's not one of those guys that freaks out if somebody's getting big laughs on his show. So
Will Ferrell.
He's a fucking sweetheart. I've worked with him on a couple of things, and he's one of the funniest human beings ever. I love that he doesn't repeat himself, and that he also pretty much works clean and can still be hilarious. I just watched him give the commencement address at USC. I saw that on, and just watched him basically for the first time doing his 45-minute headlining set, killing.
Kevin Hart.
Little bastard. Yeah, I love Kevin. Kevin, amazing. He's like my wife as far as the same thing. Couple people I've ever met that just had this fucking vibe where you're just I want to be around this person. And that guy was a star from, I can't say the first day. Within 6 months, I was just this fucking guy is going to be a juggernaut. But even then, I had no idea what he was going to do.
David Letterman.
Scary. Cold. The studio being cold. And him commenting on my act after doing a set and feeling like that was his version of asking me to sit on the couch. And hearing him laugh the first time I did Letterman, hearing him genuine, because people didn't understand the way they shot that show. It makes it look like the stage was huge. It was he was right there, and Paul Schaefer and the band were right there. And hearing him laugh, and it was a genuine, really big laugh when I was doing all that shit about marriage and how stupid it was to get married back when I was going through that period. That was amazing.
Chris Rock.
Wow. Chris is I don't know. I love how much he loves stand-up. I love that he does all this stuff, can host the Oscars, can have top 5, all these movies, all these projects, documentaries, Good Hair, all this stuff. I've watched everything that guy's ever done. And the fact that he still will go to the Cellar or the Stress Factory and work on his new hour, and you see him up there and he's excited and he has that passion. That's what I would say about that guy. And guys like that, I don't know that they understand how great it is for comics like me to see someone doing it that long and still have like that, passion, want to be the best and that drive. So I love watching that guy.
Your proudest moment in show business.
Sitting here talking to you, Barry.
Your proudest moment in show business.
I don't know. Maybe just having the balls the first time to do it when they call you. They call you up. That's what I always tell anybody who's like, because if I didn't do that, then I never would have done everything else. So like, that's what I always tell comedians. People were starting out. Like, how do I start? I go, your first 10, 15 spots is not about whether you do good or bad. It's all about having the balls to go up there when they call your name. That's, people always talk about the balls it takes to be a comedian. It's those first 15, 20 fucking shows where you don't have a game plan. You don't have any jokes. You're just going up there, just sheer courage. So, and the fact that I was so introverted and that I somehow got the balls up to do it. Thank God I did, because I sucked at everything else.
Oh my God.